the opportunity to come and speak. Because all I guess, and Dan, you had been kind of my partner in time in the legislature. This year, thank you to you guys in the 2024 electorate. It has been amazing. Just the decorum in the Senate, the caucus working together. You guys get in Johnson, but you kind of have the deep real red and the deep crazy blue all in the same county, right? That mix it up and you get purple. But you guys are right next to us. So what you guys work with, that electorate sent me back Mike Thompson, Beverly Gossett, Kelly Warren, added to me Doug Eureich. You're not actually, he's my Miami senator. I know that because that's how I introduced him, but he's got a piece of Johnson. TJ Rose. I mean, this Senate caucus, I know Dan bragged about overriding 29, you think, vetoes. Senate, 48. Yeah. But it's both sides. It was unbelievable. First time in my career, we went an entire session without some crazy blow-up in caucus. I mean, just kind of vitriol spewed at each other. It's like, and then run out and tell the Democrats and the media, and it blows up, everything blows up. None of that. None of that. It was just so refreshing because we had a pretty big changeover. And some of it was as simple as I got someone with similar convictions and ideology, but just didn't operate as divisive, right? I mean, just in a way that irritated people. We were able to work together on so many fronts. It was just a beautiful thing, and you guys were a big part of this. Thank you. But just to give you an example, I've been president now for 5 years. My entire time under Laura Kelly. A woman that's never got more than 50% of the votes, right? Her high water mark's like 48, 49% in, 8 or 9 counties? But we've still been able to unify and do some amazing things. Biggest thing I'm proud of is we finally got judicial election on the ballot. That is a please educate yourself on that. I know many of you here are, and educate those in your orbit. On that, because that what we put on the ballot was an opportunity, but that needs to be finished by the people, and that can actually literally make a significant change in Kansas. So very proud of that. We believe in some amazing things. Now this took years to get the override vetoes, but just protecting my girls' sports. I have 4 daughters, I have 2 sons too. My 4 girls, they were athletes. Just getting biological men out of their sports. Every time we didn't have that we're competing against a male in this league. I'm thinking this isn't the way this should work. So we got that. We banned transgender surgery. Done. We got that. We moved to a single rate on tax. It's going to ratchet over to a single rate, so we simplified and lowered taxes. We got the state portion of property tax off. All these are overriding. We made election day. Yes. It's so important to work together, and you have to have someone who can create these visions, right? And so it's such an honor to serve with these guys and gals. I mean, it's just been an amazing group. Everyone in there is so valuable, especially on certain subject matters. You'll have this champion on the subject matter and helping empower them. But I know there's a ton more that we did, but just not on the top of my mind. And I'll be around for a while. But it was a beautiful thing. Thank you for what you guys have done in the CD3. Thank you for the opportunity to talk.
So we're running a little bit ahead of schedule, so we'll go ahead and have our candidate for Secretary of State and current State Representative Pat Proctor come on.
Good job, buddy. You're all right.
So thank you for having me. So I know a lot of you, but for the folks that I don't know, my name is Pat Proctor. I spent 25 years in the Army, including 2 tours in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan. When I'm not in the legislature, I'm a professor at Wichita State in the Homeland Security Program. And any time that I have left, my wife fills up working for her in the restaurants. We got a couple restaurants in Leavenworth and in Manhattan. And it was not my plan to be in politics or be in the legislature, but as a wise man once told me, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So here I am. For the last 5 years, I've been a member of the Elections Committee as I've served the people of Leavenworth and Fort Leavenworth in the State House. And for the last 3 years, I've been the chairman of that committee. And if I have the honor to serve you as your Secretary of State, I'm going to continue to do the same stuff that I've been doing as the chairman of the elections committee. That's restoring confidence in our elections by first increasing the transparency, combating non-citizen voting, combating ballot harvesting, and cleaning up our voter rolls. And increasing transparency, some of the stuff that we did is, as President Masterson said, we made election day by eliminating the 3-day grace period. We also strengthened our paper audits. But a lot of time, increasing transparency is just having a conversation. And I've tried to make my committee room a platform where we can have conversations about elections. Because for the last 5 years, we haven't been having conversations. We've been having shouting match about elections. And so if folks have concerns, they can come to my committee and they can air their concerns. And you know what? Sometimes I don't agree with you. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to push back. But if I agree with you, I guarantee you the other side doesn't agree with you and they're going to push back. But we're having a civil conversation. It's kind of crazy, but a lot of those conversations have become viral videos because people are just so hungry to have a conversation. And if somebody raises a concern, and it's a real concern, we should do something about it. You know, if it doesn't cost a gajillion dollars and it doesn't make it harder to vote, let's fix it. I just told you I'm in the Homeland Security program at Wichita State. One of the first principles of Homeland Security is you don't wait until after the plane blows up to stop the bomb from getting on it. So, if we have a vulnerability, let's fix it. One of the biggest vulnerabilities I've heard is about non-citizen voting. So this year, we passed a constitutional amendment that you'll have the right to vote on in November 26th that makes it clear in our Constitution, very simply, only citizens can vote in these states. We've also done some stuff to force the DMV to share their citizenship data with the Secretary of State's office so we can actually scrub our voter rolls and get non-citizens off the voter rolls. Ballot harvesting, we've worked on really hard, and I know that we're hitting the spot because we keep getting sued over everything I pass. Signature verification for mail-in ballots. A 10-ballot limit on turning in ballots that aren't your own. I'd like it to be 0, but I got to get 84 votes until we get a new Republican governor. But like I said, we've got this group of folks like ACLU and Loudlight. They hate it, so I call them everywhere I go the axis of ballot harvesting. Because that's what they are. They're hiding behind their nonprofit status and they're hiding behind their nonpartisan status, supposedly, to rake in millions from foreign billionaires and George Soros that they used to sue us to stop us from making ballot harvesting illegal so they can continue to ballot harvest. And so this year we passed a ban on foreign money for anybody who's going to participate in the constitutional amendment campaign. Again, I know we hit the mark because they're suing us on that too. But the last thing is clean up the voter rolls. We've done a lot already. This year we passed a law that allows clerks to use online obituaries to take dead people off the rolls. There's a lot more we can do. You know who knows if you're dead or alive? Your credit card company, because they don't want to give you more money. Let's send the voter roll to them. It's already public record. Let's send the voter roll to them and just ask them, hey, is anybody dead? And if they're dead, let's take them off the voter rolls. I'd be honored to serve you as your Secretary of State. I think that there's really nothing more vital to who we are as a people, that we have confidence that the results of the election reflect our will. If I have the honor of your vote, that's what I'm going to be doing here in Kansas. Thank you.